Ah, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, Nintendo's powerful follow-up to the NES. I have lots of good memories with this console, and with a library of games as strong as it has, how could you not? Sure, there were some less than stellar titles peppered throughout, but you simply can't argue with the amount of heavy hitters on the console. Games like Super Mario World, Final Fantasy III, Super Metroid, ActRaiser, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, my personal favorite, Earthbound, and so many others. If only there was a comprehensive guide to all of these in one spot. Well, actually there is.
Hey guys, D-Pad Danny back again, and today I've got another book review for you.
A few months ago, Brett Weiss, author of multiple video game publications such as the Classic Home Video Game series and the 100 Greatest Console Video Games 1997 to 1987, reached out to me on Facebook and asked if I'd be interested in reviewing his new book, the SNES Omnibus, the Super Nintendo and its Games Volume 2, which goes over all games from the SNES from letter N through Z. I was flattered and quickly agreed.
That's right, full disclosure, I did receive a free copy of this book for review purposes, but I will be looking at it objectively. And as a way of showing support and expressing my gratitude of the author, I went out and purchased the first book, the SNES Omnibus, the Super Nintendo and its Games Volume 1, so we can look at both of these books together. Let's crack these babies open.
Man, these books are pretty massive. Collectively, they weigh nearly 10 pounds. The covers look great. I mean, look at this sexy controller. Ooh, it's even on the spine. Inside each volume's 400 plus pages is nothing but Super Nintendo goodness. Not only is there the stuff you'd expect to see, like a list of every game included in the SNES library, the year they were released, genre, number of players, publisher, and developer information, but there's also insight and quotes from people in the video game industry, whether it's YouTube reviewers or magazine contributors, or even people who work directly on the games themselves. For example, Robert Gerald, former producer at Enix, said that pushing Enix to remove the GodSim aspects of ActRaiser to make ActRaiser 2 the more action-oriented experience he thought players wanted was one of the first and most important mistakes of his career, and that in doing so, he removed the soul from ActRaiser. Well, I can't really argue with that one, Robert. Each game has a brief write-up by Brett himself, explaining what the game is, basics of the story, and other information. These are written really well, and I enjoy reading about some of the games that I've not really had much experience with, like Plock, that stars a colorful character trying to take back his island from invading fleas by throwing his limbs at them. Naturally, some games will get more coverage. Games that are pretty widely known, like Chrono Trigger and the previously mentioned Super Mario World, will get 2 pages, while other games like NHL 96 will only get 1. These books also contain a lot of images from the game manuals and various magazine ads and whatnot. Some of these I've never seen before and are really cool. This is a really nice touch that adds a bit more personality to the text. You never know what you'll find in between reading about each game. Among the contributors that added their words to this project are Barry Shank and Jeffrey Wittenhagen, who I'm familiar with from Facebook. Barry runs a Facebook buy-sell trade group I'm in, and Jeffrey has written some video game books of his own. Also included is YouTuber John Riggs, who I've chatted with multiple times and is super nice. And also my buddy Adam Shube, aka Square Painter. These guys all contributed their memories to the text. There's also a lot of other people that put their work into this awesome project, but I'm not going to name them all. Luckily I don't have to, since they're all listed in the back of each book. There's also an article on the console wars, the Super Game Boy, and the Super Scope, which I'm personally a fan of. The quality here is really good, and the pages are made of nice paper, nice and thick. Like I said before, I'm a fan of the cover. It features a nice glossy finish that really makes it shine. Under the slipcover is the same image, but a matte finish. I don't know what it is, but I've always really liked slipcovers. Is that weird?
All in all, this is a pretty sweet set, and totally worth your time and money if you like the Super Nintendo. Great job, Brett, and thank you so much for sending me a copy of Volume 2. You guys can get this and Brett's other books on his Amazon authors page. I'll put the link in the description. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm D-Pad Danny. I'll see you next time.